What's up, everyone? I'm Jaren, and today we are talking about X. The movie is written and directed by Ty West, who has done projects like The House of the Devil, VHS, The ABCs of Death, The Innkeepers, The Sacrament, and In the Valley of Violence. He also collaborated with producers from Euphoria, as well as Kid Cudi himself. The film stars Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, Martin Henderson, Brittany Snow, and Scott Mescudi, aka Kid Cudi. The story follows a group of filmmakers in 1979 who travel to rural Texas in order to shoot an adult film. Their reclusive elderly hosts catch them in the act, and the cast find themselves fighting for their lives. Now, I was very excited and at the same time kind of skeptical because I only ever really liked one Ty West movie of his entire filmography. And coming from someone who doesn't have the privilege to go to the mainland for festivals, I have only got to really watch a lot of Ty West's movies through streaming, through straight to DVD. Once I saw the promo, I was like, damn, A24 is actually putting out a Ty West movie in theaters. Like, especially Maui, no less. I mean, we didn't even get Lamb. Finally getting around to seeing it, I thought, this is the best Ty West movie since House of the Devil. It's sexy, it's scary, it's gory, it's witty, it's a grindhouse treat. It takes the best traits of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original Friday the 13th, and boom, we have magic. It is wicked good fun, probably the best old school horror movie just in a long time. Why does it deserve that praise? Why does it deserve that reputation? Well, it's because if you have seen Ty West's debut film, which was masterfully done, The House of the Devil, he has a way of developing our characters, ranking up the suspense, and completely exploding it in the last half. That you actually give a shit about your main characters, especially the antagonists. And that's what happens here. You are given your ragtag group of main characters, and you kind of know that something bad is going to happen to them. They act a certain way where they are a little bit more familiar in the cliches that you're like, oh, that person's not going to make it, that person might live, blah, blah, blah. But then we scrape a little bit more off the surface. We get to know them just a little bit more without being so preachy about it. They are in the adult film industry business, and yes, that may get looked down upon society, and then we get to actually see how our main characters have come to have a job like this, why they're in a position to get famous because, they're just down in luck in life, and they want more out of it. You may disagree with a lot of their motives or their beliefs, but you understand them. You can actually relate to them. And this also goes with our antagonists. As vague, as very in the shadows a lot of their details and backstory may go, you kind of understand their emotional position, like why they would do the things that they would do. How they feel the way they feel, and it may kind of disconnect the audience for specific things, but it really grounds a lot of our characters to where, dang, I actually care about everybody. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. Plus, the first hour of the movie has a lot of sex, so don't bring the kids or your parents. It's kind of I got a lot of secondhand embarrassment, and if I'm going to be honest, there was an older couple in my theater who absolutely walked out after like the second sex scene. And after that magic hour ends, it is just blood and guts galore. When somebody goes, man, I'm going to go outside and check on something, man, they're not coming back. This movie also had a good amount of humor. Like, not necessarily dark humor, but it was just like really good timing. Just the way it was written and shot, and there was one particular death scene, and I'm not going to spoil it for you because a lot of the death scenes are kind of really squeamish, brutal, and very graphic, but there's one death scene that was just very misdirect, and I just found myself kind of like chuckling, like, oh, was I not supposed to laugh? I mean, that was perfect timing. That was just really offbeat. Like, I've never seen that in a horror film. And there's always something to respect about Ty West's direction, as well as the cinematography, because he would have really nice lingering shots of like the Texas farmhouse and the landscape that's just so immersive. Or even an aerial shot of Mia Goth swimming naked in a pond. And there are some editing choices that may put you off. It's very unsettling, and at the same time, it's just kind of what Ty West's signature is. There are a lot of good moments in the first act where it's just building suspense and it just builds, ranks up, and then boom, there is a diffusion, there is a stress relief, and you're like, whoo, that was close. And then there are a lot of moments in the second act where you're just expecting something bad to happen, but it happens a lot more than what you would expect. It just gives you that full 150% punch, and then you're like, whoa, that was awesome. That was fucked up, but that was awesome. And it wasn't just the blood and guts that were the only cool practical effects on scene, but it was also the makeup and prosthetics. Like, not only till like after the movie, like a day later that I actually seen this, did I not realize that the old couple are not actually old people. Especially one particular character, which I had no idea that was her. And then I looked at the casting list and I was just like, I can't believe that was her. I was just so convinced, like, how did they pull that off? I'm not going to spoil who it is. Don't go looking it up. Please just go check out the movie for yourself and then go do your research. You're going to be just completely mind blown because I just want to know where the camera cuts to where they were able to make that even possible. Like how they were able to make that shot just feel like it was two completely different people in one shot. Just saying. And having said that, I thought the rest of the main cast was great. Martin Henderson, man, I haven't seen him since like 20 years, like The Ring, Torque, Smoking Aces. Oh wait, I did see Strangers 2, but I mean, can you really say, hey, I remember Martin Henderson from Strangers 2? Scott Mescudi, aka Kid Cudi, I had no idea he could act. He has some really good charisma in this film. And, like, I have seen him in other movies before, like Need for Speed. Like, you can tell that that's, like, a rapper turned actor just really trying to get out his humor and the way that Hollywood would just put him in a role like that. But in this, like, he is actually just an actor to me. I almost forgot that he sung Day and Night. And then there's Brittany Snow. Like, I always thought she was cute, but she was a fox in this movie. She was hot. And it was kind of cool that she even had a chance to sing in this movie. And I was like, dang, girl still got her chops. From Pitch Perfect to Hairspray to this. Like, wow. Jenna Ortega. I swear to God, she's going to become our next modern scream queen because I've seen her in, like, Babysitter 2. And then she was in Scream, the 2022 version. She's just on the roll with these horror movies. And I would love to see her in more. And then there's Mia Goth, who has no problem to be naked in almost any movie I've seen her in, but she's cute, she's very well reserved, and I love how she gets to shine in this movie as our main character. And also, don't forget to stick around for the post-credits because there is a little bit of a sneak peek of an unexpected prequel that Ty West is already working on. Yeah, they made a spin-off / prequel to X, and I'm actually excited to see it. Maybe this will give a much more big realization and a little more answers to some of the bizarre shit that we ended up seeing in X that wasn't necessarily fleshed out, and for good reason. It was really well paced for what it was. Alright guys, that's all I got to say about that movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jaren Agmanawag. Look forward to more reviews, and I will see you guys at the movies. Take care.
I don't want your money too. I just wanna make love to you.